Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. It is brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook. And guys, if you know me, you know that I'm a Mets fan. And for the first time this year, Buck Showalter got ejected as manager of the Mets. He didn't do it at all last year. And a lot of traditional baseball fans like to argue that if a manager gets ejected, it fires the team up and it makes them play better and unite more as a squad. And I got to thinking, is that actually true, or is that just an urban myth of baseball? So today, we're going to dive into the numbers. In 2023, there's only been 37 manager ejections so far this year. The league leader in this category is Aaron Boone of the Yankees, who's already gotten ejected 4 times. In the National League, it's 2 teams in the Central, Ali Marmol of the Cardinals and David Bell of the Reds, who have gotten ejected 3 times. Aaron Boone had 9 ejections last season, which was the most by a manager in a single season since Bobby Cox in 2007 with the Braves. And David Bell has led the National League 3 of the last 5 seasons, so these guys both have a reputation for getting tossed out of the game. The top 3 ejection getters of all active managers are all the guys that have had years of seasoning in the league. Bruce Bochy with 78, Bob Melvin with 55, and Terry Francona with 47. But the all-time king with ejections is the guy I mentioned before, Bobby Cox, who got ejected 162 times in his career, which is enough for every game of a full season. His most potent stretch came from 2006 to 2009, where he was ejected 33 times in a 4-year span. His team's cumulative record during those years was 321 and 327, a .495 winning percentage, or just around 500. So if you take out all external factors, I guess you could say he was kind of getting ejected for no reason, since it wasn't really helping the team, but obviously that's a very general statement. If you want to spin that the other way, all you have to do is look at Ron Gardenhire of the Twins, who from 2006 to 2011 had 36 ejections. The Twins during that time had a 507 and 467 record for a winning percentage of 521. So maybe Ron was getting the boys in Minnesota fired up, who knows? But one of the more interesting tidbits we found were that the top 5 managers all time in terms of getting ejected are all Hall of Famers. Bobby Cox is at the top with 162. John McGraw is right below him with 121. Leo DeRocher is in 3rd place with 100 ejections. Earl Weaver in 4th place with 96. And Tony La Russa in 5th place with 93 ejections. All of those guys are in the Hall of Fame, some of them winning World Series rings as well. So maybe getting ejected doesn't necessarily result in wins, but it does let the team know that you care about the game and you're actively paying attention to what's going on and looking out for your players' best interests. There's definitely still a place in the game for manager ejections, though they're definitely not as frequent as they used to be. And if you want to look for recent evidence on World Series winning teams since 2015, there's only one manager in that time frame who's been ejected more than 3 times in a season, and that was Davey Martinez in 2019 from the Nationals, who got tossed from a game 4 times. Alex Cora of the Red Sox and Dave Roberts of the Dodgers both took home World Series, and they only got tossed 1 time in each respective season. It's hard to quantify its effect on the game, but it definitely is a stat that may or may not matter. I'll let you be the judge of that. And manager ejections is not a stat you can bet on, but you can bet on team wins, and you can do that at the DraftKings Sportsbook, the sponsor of today's episode. Right now, if you use code STATS, S-T-A-T-S, you can bet $5 on any pregame moneyline wager and win $150 in bonus bets instantly. And you can spread that cash over some same-game parlays, like which team will get the win and how long a starting pitcher will pitch into a game. You'll have a shot at an even bigger payout right now if you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's free and easy to use, and use our code STATS, S-T-A-T-S. Take advantage of this offer today and start winning today as well. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details, and any resources you might need for a gambling addiction are listed down below as always. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter, and if you get mad at work or at home today, just don't do enough to get yourself tossed. We don't need that in your life right now.